Namaste. You are watching our very special election results coverage on Organizer, and I'm Sonam Singh coming to you live from the studio. Today is a historic day. We are getting very clear trends from across all the four states and Puducherry. Let me tell you that this election is already throwing up some massive political signals that some undercurrents that I think, all of us missed. So the early trends, I would like to start from West Bengal, where the BJP is heading towards a major, massive victory. I would say they are leading to over 160 seats. The ruling Congress, led by Mamata Banerjee, is trailing around 110 seats, according to the early trends. This is significant because even the exit polls had predicted a very close fight, neck to neck, but the early numbers are suggesting a very clear edge for at least at this stage for the BJP. And if this trend holds any further, this could be a historic political shift in the West Bengal, something that BJP has been waiting for years now. Now coming to Tamil Nadu, and this is a turning into perhaps the biggest political surprise of the day. Actor politician Suggest Party popular Vetri Keralam TVK is showing remarkable performance, leading in multiple seats and emerging as a major contender. This could potentially break the decades-old Dravidian political structure, and it is going to be uh, a vision for the Tamil Nadu that what BJP is actually going to do in the coming 5 years. Moving on to Kerala, early trends suggest that Congress-led UDF is currently ahead with a noticeable lead over the ruling left alliance. This is crucial because Kerala typically alternates the power, and if these trends hold, it could mean another shift in the government. But the margins are still evolving, and Kerala is having a side. Let's see. So, but while in Assam, the trends are much clearer. The BJP is leading strongly, and that appears in fact for a third consecutive term. The campaign here was focused on development, identity issues, and rural governance, and it seems that narrative is reflecting the trends. And quickly about Puducherry, early trends indicate an alliance. This is the initial round of council. So, one time we can talk about all these elections from from the ground. I'm from Shantu Malazad in Kolkata. Also, we have Suresh who will be talking on Puducherry and Tamil Nadu. From the studio, I have with me Lakshmi Ranjit. She is going to speak about Kerala. Also, I have with me from Assam Vidaji. We are also joined by Sanjay Singh ji, who is chief journalist, and Jay, who is a senior advocate with High Court in Kolkata. So, Nishanti, first of all, I would like to come to you. BJP has been a massive ground in this Bengal, something that they have been waiting for years and years. You are on the ground. Tell me what is the first background? I see you are sitting near the Bengal BJP office. So what the leaders are saying, were they expecting this kind of win for the BJP, or even they had anticipated these big numbers?
Great deal of echo in your voice. I'm sorry to interrupt. Great deal of echo in your voice, and also there is some kind of other noise coming in through your mic.
Can you hear me now?
Some echo is there from your side.
Um, just a second.
So it says both are sitting at one place. Maybe that is the reason. Just kindly mute one.
Can you hear me now?
Now it's okay. Now it's okay.
Am I audible to you?
Yes, yes. Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
Now there is no voice. You are not audible now, to me at least.
You are not audible. You are not audible.
People in West Bengal that now they have voted for BJP, and these numbers the party has got. Nishant, did you hear my question?
Your voice is breaking again and again. Can you repeat the question?
So I was just saying that BJP is BJP has already crossed the majority mark, and such numbers were they were not even predicted in the exit polls, and this is something that BJP has been preparing for the past 2 decades. It's the vision of Dr. Shyam Prasad Mukherjee that finally BJP is going to come into the power in West Bengal. You have been on the ground for the past many years. You have covered the past elections as well. So what really changed on ground for BJP that finally this magic number appeared to have come for BJP? What really changed on the ground? What did you anticipate when you were on the ground?
Sonam, from the very beginning, I'm telling my teammates and the people on ground that there was a fear, there was an undercurrent on the ground, and from the very beginning, I'm telling that this election is about raising voting. जो when we say angry voting, उससे भी थोड़ा आगे की बदले बदले की वोटिंग है ये 15 साल की सरकार। और अगर हम लोग उसको देखें तो ये जो चुनाव था वो विकास के मुद्दे पे लड़ा हुआ चुनाव नहीं था, किसी के कामकाज का चुनाव नहीं था। ये चुनाव ममता के खिलाफ जो है पूरी तरीके से एक गुस्से का चुनाव था। इस चुनाव में हमने देखा कि जब चुनाव चल रहे थे तो तमाम ऐसे मुद्दे उठाए गए जिससे जो कोर इश्यूज थे उसको डीरेल करने का प्रयास किया गया, चाहे वो मछली का हो, झालमुरी का हो। चुनाव कहीं ना कहीं भटकाने का प्रयास किया गया। लेकिन अगर हम लोग पिछले 15 साल के ममता सरकार के काम की बात करें तो जब जनता के बीच में आप लोग जाते थे और जब पत्रकार जाते थे तो उनमें एक गुस्सा दिखता था, एक डर दिखता था। पिछले अगर 2021 के पोस्ट पोल वायलेंस की अगर हम लोग बात करें तो उसके बाद जो बीजेपी कार्यकर्ताओं के साथ जो हुआ, और न सिर्फ बीजेपी कार्यकर्ताओं के साथ, जो वो लोग जो टीएमसी के सपोर्टर्स नहीं थे उनके साथ जो वायलेंस हुआ वो हम सबने देखा, और उसको मीडिया कवरेज भी किस तरीके से मिला वो हम सबने देखा। ये उसके बाद भी कई सारी ऐसी घटनाएं होती है, संदेश खाली है, मुर्शिदाबाद है, आरजेकर। अगर मैं कोलकाता की बात करूं तो आरजेकर चुनाव से ठीक 1.5 साल, कह लीजिए 1 साल 1.5 साल पहले इस तरीके की घटना होती है और वो पूरा कोलकाता जो भद्रलोक की बात हम लोग कहते हैं वो सड़क पे था। तो वो एंगर कहीं ना कहीं, मैं बार बार जो कह रहा हूँ कि रेज वोटिंग की बात, वो एंगर कहीं ना कहीं दिख रहा था वोटिंग पैटर्न में, और एक साइलेंस था लोगों के अंदर। जब आप उनसे बात करते थे तो वो खुल के नहीं बताते थे। कैमरा पे बहुत लोग जो है अनटिल अनलेस दे आर कार्यकर्ता जो सम पार्टी, वो खुल के नहीं कहते थे कि हम बीजेपी को वोट करेंगे या टीएमसी को वोट करेंगे। वो चुप्पी साधते थे और वो कहते थे कि जो भी होगा हम चुनाव के दिन तय करेंगे कि हमें किसको वोट देना है। इस तरीके की चीजें आप तभी देखते हैं जब एक जो जनाधार है, जो लोग हैं, क्या कहते हैं, जो वोटर्स है, उनके अंदर जब गुस्सा होता है किसी भी सरकार के खिलाफ तो होता है, तब इस तरीके की वोटिंग होती है। हमने देखा भी कि इस बार जो ऐतिहासिक वोटिंग हुई बंगाल चुनाव में, अगर हम लोग बात करें तो अभी तक का सबसे ज्यादा वोटिंग परसेंटेज वाला चुनाव था। इसमें कई सारे फैक्टर ने काम किया, और सबसे जो एक एंटी इनकम्बेंसी रेजिंग वोटिंग, उसके साथ साथ एक जो एड ऑन कह लीजिए आप कि जो छापा वोट, जो भी लोग बंगाल को कवर करते आए हैं उनको पता है कि छापा वोट जो है किस तरीके से यहाँ पे होता है। और छापा वोट हमेशा जो इस तरीके इतना होता है कि एक गैप शुरुआत से ही दो उम्मीदवारों के बीच में बना रहे, चाहे वो 2000 का आंकड़ा हो, 3000 का आंकड़ा हो, 4000 का हो। छापा वोट 100-150 की संख्या में नहीं होते हैं। और इस बार इलेक्शन कमीशन ने ये सुनिश्चित किया कि किस तरीके से फ्री एंड फेयर जो है चुनाव कराया जाए, और कहीं ना कहीं वो छटपटाहट जो है टीएमसी के अंदर, ममता बनर्जी के अंदर, उनके जो टॉप लीडरशिप है अभिषेक बनर्जी के अंदर, इन लोगों के अंदर वो दिखी, क्योंकि उन्हें पता था कि अगर फ्री एंड फेयर इलेक्शन होगा तो कहीं ना कहीं उनको चुनाव में डेंट होगा। हमें सच में धन्यवाद देना चाहिए इलेक्शन कमीशन का कि बंगाल जैसे राज्य में, जहां देश भर में किसी भी राज्य में हिंसा चुनाव नहीं होता है, वहां इतना शांतिपूर्ण चुनाव करवा पाए। वो छिटपुट हिंसा की खबर जरूर आई, लेकिन अगर ओवरऑल हम लोग बात करें तो चुनाव काफी शांतिपूर्ण रहा। और उसी शांतिपूर्ण चुनाव का जो नतीजा है हम लोग देख रहे हैं कि किस प्रकार से जो है बीजेपी तकरीबन, अभी अगर इलेक्शन कमीशन के आंकड़े को देखें तो ये नंबर कहीं ना कहीं 198-99 के पास है। तो ये 200 का आंकड़ा भी क्रॉस कर सकता है शाम तक।
Absolutely. Nishant, I'll come back to you and we'll talk more and more about Tamil Nadu, West Bengal. But I would like to move to Tamil Nadu right now. I'm also joined by Abhilash Gopinathan ji, who is associated with Bharatiya Janata Party. Abhilash ji, nobody was expecting such numbers for TVK. obviously there was an anti-incumbency when it comes to DMK Stalin government, and even in the exit polls when these numbers for Vijay's TVK came, there was a lot of discussion going on that, why not AIADMK or DMK but TVK. So what really changed on the ground that people, instead of voting for these Dravidian parties, DMK or AIDMK, they have chosen TVK over both these parties.
Good afternoon, madam. Madam, so I believe that this is clearly because the anti-incumbency vote that the DMK had for a very long time. So the trend, how they govern the Tamil Nadu is they inflict fear on people. So this is they inflict fear and they try to manipulate them. They try to impose false cases against them. So this has caused huge fear within the people of Tamil Nadu. So when this fear is there, they are unable to come out and say, okay, we need a change, or we support Vijay, or we need ADMK coming back to power. So they always kept quiet, and this was an undercurrent that the media also failed to understand, that there is something that is changing in Tamil Nadu. And for example, the NDA alliance, for the last 5 years, we've been telling every street, every nook and corner, the things what the DMK are doing and how they are functioning in the government. So this has also created a new huge wave that the DMK shouldn't come to power, and if they come to power, it is going to take Tamil Nadu back for 10 years. So these are the main issues that I could see. This is the main trend, that after seeing the numbers increasing rapidly, and this has happened only once before, when MGR had formed the government. So now this is something historic, and this is very new to all of us. And we nobody expected, the media couldn't expect because of the fear. So this is something that we believe that has changed here.
But someone like Vijay, who has no political experience, and he has been obviously able to defeat both these big giants, big political parties like DMK and AIDMK. How do you see? How do you see the future of Tamil Nadu in the coming 5 years? Now that
Madam,
Vijay is going to have the command over the state.
Madam, for the last 50 years, Tamil Nadu has that the history of voting for a mass leader. So there is always a quotient of mass element in Tamil Nadu always. So when there is a vacancy for a mass element. So for example, Annamalai Anna did not contest these elections. So there was a vacancy in the mass leadership. So even though the administration is not up to the mark, the people of Tamil Nadu want to believe a mass leader. So that is an element that has caused the change here. And I'm sure in the coming future, the Bharatiya Janata Party will also have their own the mass uprise, and we will definitely come back to power and form the government very soon.
Surendraji, I would like to come to you. Since you went to Tamil Nadu and you covered these elections for Organizer, did you record this kind of support for TVK? Did you, or was this a complete undercurrent? What was your analysis when you came back from the ground? What people were saying? Because obviously there was an anti-incumbency, but this anti-incumbency will go in the favor of TVK was not something that we had anticipated. So since you spoke to the people on ground, you were there for more than a week. So can we call this an undercurrent, or did you also read on similar lines when you were in the state?
Yes, Sonamji, the issue is there was a lot of anti-DMK wave was created by the BJP through politically for the last 5 years or more. So the people were only waiting for an opportunity to remove the Stalin and bring someone. So the people, those who have voted for the TVK, it seems they may be the newcomers, the first-time voters who is expecting a cine glamour to be on with the real politics. So when I visited ground, there was a very interest for the TVK Joseph. but it was really an undercurrent which it seems missed. Though the first new generation were very eager, and now we can see the DMK, AIDMK supporting base. I think it is intact. It was not disturbed. But now the TVK has eaten the DMK voters. It is not the other part. It seems to be. So he really dented the DMK only. It is not that other parts. Maybe they were only looking for the voters. The first voters were looking for a some kind of a big face. Post Jayalalitha, the Tamil Nadu was not having such a scenic, glamorous face, and DMK Stalin is nowhere in that. And the anti-incumbency, the law and order. So all these have come up, and they want to give some a new opportunity for the TVK. So maybe it was, as Abhilashji said, it was completely missed by the media also. That's where.
True. Divyaji, I would like to come to you. We have been talking about anti-incumbency in all these discussions, and it seems that Assam has no impact of this, all of this anti-incumbency happening in the other states. Hemanta Biswa Sarma is going to become the CM most probably for the second time, and BJP is going to build the government in the state for the third consecutive time. So, what really worked for BJP this time also in Assam? Also, I would like to speak about that, the Congress CM phase. Gaurav Gogoi has already lost. So can we say that now it's time is completely over for Congress in Assam?
Yes,
And
See, I see.
yes, Congress now they are leading in 21 seats, and all the seats they are leading are minority-dominated seats. So Congress has reduced to a minority party, replacing AIDF. AIDF is interestingly leading in 2 seats only. Badruddin Azmal and another one is leading, but Congress has replaced AIDF in just leading in 21 seats. In all are minority-dominated seats. In Upper Assam, in North Assam, in other parts of in the hill districts of Assam, in the tribal dominated areas of Assam, Congress has been eradicated by the voters of Assam, and it is because of the appeasement politics, minority appeasement politics, Congress is continuously doing for last several decades. When they were in power for consecutive 3 terms, from 2001 to 2016, and prior to that also, they are indulged in minority appeasement politics in Assam, and that has been rejected completely by the voters of Assam, because identity crisis, the threat to the identity of Assamese people, indigenous people, by the aggression of Bangladeshi origin Muslims, it was and is a prime issue of elections, every election in Assam. So BJP has, in the last 5 years, under the leadership of PM Modi and CM Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma, they have shown the courage to go boldly against the aggression of Bangladeshi Muslims. Prior to this government form in 2021, it was not a single government in Assam who stood against the aggression of Bangladeshi origin Muslims to protect the identity of Assamese indigenous people. This was the first government, Himanta Biswa Sarma's government, who stood firmly, and they have evicted more than 1.5 lakhs bigha of land, government and forest land, and some religious institutions land, encouraged by the Bangladeshi origin Muslims. And now they have promised that in the coming 5 years, they will evict another 5 lakhs bigha of land encroached by the Bangladeshi Mia Muslims. So this was a security, sort of security for the people of Assam. Although development and other aspects were there in the election, but the prime issue here was identity, protection of identity of the minority, of the indigenous Assamese people. Muslim in the coming census, the Muslim population will be around 40% in Assam. It's a huge aggression from 3% to 40% in one century. So in another 1 century, Assam will be a 80% or 70% Muslim populous state. So that is one of the prime issue. And BJP, see why Gaurav Gogoi lost his election. He won the 2024 election, Lok Sabha election from that Jorhat constituency with a huge margin. But within 1.5 years, he lost the assembly election for the first time. He was a CM candidate, and he was the main leader of the opposition, united opposition. He lost the election to a very, introvert sort of politician, Hitendranath Goswami, with over 23,000 votes. Because when it was Jorhat is a Upper Assam constituency, mainly comprises of Assamese Hindu and Upper Caste Hindu voters. When Gaurav Gogoi went for filing his nomination, he, instead of going to a mandir, he chose to offer his prayer in a masjid. That was clearly a minority appeasement politics, and which was totally rejected by the people of Assam. And it is for the first time that BJP is getting absolute majority. The 64 is the majority mark, and BJP is now currently leading in 81 seats along with its NDA partners. They are leading in 99 seats. It's not
reaching their highest numbers in the state.
Yes, sir. It is BJP's highest number. In 2016, they own in 60 seats. Again, in 2021, they own in 60 seats. This time, they are leading in 81 seats. Already 10 to 12 rounds of counting has been completed in Assam. Another 3-4 rounds, because we have very less number of voters, only 2.5 crore voters. So in another 2 hours, the counting will be over. I think the result is going to be similar of this trend, like BJP and their alliance partner will be leading or winning almost 99 or around that sort of seats out of 126. Congress has been reduced to 21 minority-dominated seats, and AODF and other parties, they were also completely, diminished from the race. So it's a big win for big landslide victory for the BJP and the NDA. Plus, the interesting fact is that Sonam, the voter, percentage was 50-50. The total voter of Assam was 2.5 crore. Exactly 1.25 crore was women, and 1.25 crore voter was men. So most of the women, as per the data released by in the exit poll also, most of the women, because of their government's women-centric schemes, women choose to vote for the BJP government, vote for Himanta Biswa Sarma. So that was one of the prime reason that BJP is doing tremendous results in all the Hindu, all the tribal, all the Assamese dominated seats in Upper Assam, in North Assam, in Middle Assam, in Lower Assam, and in the Barak Valley.
Ji. Sanjay sir, I would like to talk to you about West Bengal elections and also Assam. Debes has just talked about identity politics. And this has been a very major factor, not just in Assam, but also in West Bengal. And to some extent, in Tamil Nadu, this has always been a discussion on outsider versus insider politics. But West Bengal, this particular election has been a very layered election. When SIR was announced, the political analysts were, they all said that, it is not going to have a lot of effect on the elections of West Bengal. Slowly, when the procedure was going on, we saw that Mamta started miffing out with the officers who were taking out this entire process in the state, and then slowly it became a very, not the biggest issue, but one of the biggest issue in West Bengal. And then we see that after the number of voters were reduced, because there were obviously there were some duplications, there were some dead voters, there were some voters who could not present their valid identity proof. So do you think that this identity politics or SIR has really worked for BJP in the state? Because during that process, we all saw how Mamta was reacting. There was this panic situation in the entire state. What we saw what happened in Malda also. So, do you see that people also realize probably that why Mamta is in such a panic mode because of this one very electoral process that actually happens after a few years, and it's a very normal process that is also taking place in other states. So do you think that it finally gave a sense of the minority appeasement politics that Mamta was doing in the state?
What you are saying obviously has a merit, but I would also like to see there is combination of factors involved here. I also see these elections as continuation of Bihar and Delhi elections held some time ago. If you deliver promises, if you are strong on the ground, and if you are governing well, and you intend to do better in times to come, and then you win. A case in point was Bihar, and a case in point is Assam. If you are an incumbent, and if you have become arrogant, you keep on misleading people, you keep on make fake promises, you keep on raising fake, forced, manufactured issue to somehow whip up popular anger against Modi government, against the BJP, then people will reject you. This has happened with Kejriwal, and the same has happened with Mamata Banerjee. Now to SIR. When SIR started in Bihar, the same hue and cry were there. Mamata Banerjee, of course, took it to completely different level. Till beginning of polling, they were filing petitions and petitions after petitions in Supreme Court. Supreme Court, of course, stood firm. So much so that at one point in time, Supreme Court commented that it would, if so many petitions were filed, they would have created a separate bench, and that's a very sorry state. That all our time are devoted to listening, hearing your petitions on SIR. When you try and raise a bogey, manufacture discontent against union government, and you are constantly on war paths with the center, than focusing on delivery on the ground, then your Muslim appeasement policy, something which Manmohan Singh had once said about Muslim. West Bengal became a classic example how only Muslim appeasement. Of course, Mamata Banerjee tried to mend her ways, giving some doles, some trying to kind of lay foundation stone, some inauguration of some mandir, some amount to Durga Puja pandals, but people actually don't buy that. Same happened with Rajiv Gandhi way back when he overturned Sarvano's Supreme Court's verdict, and then went on to lay foundation stone for Ramjaputra. People see through those images. Then full marks to Prime Minister Modi, full marks to Home Minister Amit Shah, full marks to BJP's national capabilities, capacity, and then appetite and hunger to stay on the line, fight it out. If not these elections, maybe next elections. So they fought it. Since 2014, Bengal was one of the prime targets. Now look at the regional states, non-Hindi states that they have won, and since then continued in power. Assam, we are talking. Assam, BJP not only consolidated its position, but further expanded its base and appeal, which is reflected in number of votes. And it was beautifully explained by a fellow panelist who spoke before me about Assam's situation. Gaurav Gogai's defeat is a huge setback, not just for Gaurav Gogai's dynastic politics, but also for Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi. Don't forget, Priyanka Gandhi was in charge of Assam, and a lot of hype was created around her. Same hype was created around her when she was made in charge of UP, and we all know what happened to that state, her fortune in UP. Now Rahul Gandhi, yesterday, pictures came, he was traveling in Muscat. I don't know why he is traveling to Oman. During the polls, he went to Great Nicobar. With what purpose? he suddenly generated interest in ecological projects, ecology of Great Nicobar, to the detriment of national security and strategic policy of India. Of course, he's talking one side of the story and half truth. Uh, so people actually want to believe in people who deliver. West Bengal is a substantive example how a free and fair poll, how a strong election commission, how a determined BJP can demolish all those propagandas. ममता बनर्जी का अगर फ्री एंड फेयर polls have लास्ट इलेक्शन में भी हो जाता तो ये होता. ममता बनर्जी reducing to double digit. I am not sure what happened to Bhawanipur because I have not seen as to who is leading now in Bhawanipur.
Mamta is leading from Bhawanipur.
Okay. Okay. But this is a huge, huge loss. We have never seen Mamta Banerjee in that kind of desperate mode as he was seen till even now. She gave some broadcast message to her party workers. Now, BJP can say from Assam to Puducherry, BJP has made its presence not just felt, but send strong message which will resonate in 2029 parliamentary elections, because only bastion, Delhi has fallen, Tamil Nadu has fallen, West Bengal has fallen. So 2029, we can talk about that impact on national politics sometime later. Tamil Nadu, another example, you're talking about that. BJP somehow, if somebody was talking about Annamalai made footprints, and somehow that translated in AIDMK's also performance that is reflected there. Of course, they have great deal of AIDMK has great deal of presence on the ground, but bereft of Jayalalitha's charisma, that performance still is a great performance. So this is going to impact national politics. Mamta Banerjee, West Bengal is a big, big story. Fall of West Bengal, fall of Mamta Banerjee is a big, big story. And Prime Minister's address this evening at BJP headquarters will be hugely awaited.
Definitely, Sanjay ji. We all are looking forward to what PM has to say after these massive results in Assam, Puducherry, and West Bengal. But I'm also joined by political analyst Jay Ganesh ji. Namaste, sir. Now we are looking at the numbers, and TVK is inching towards a majority. It seems like so. Vijay is not a political leader. He's a star, and as Surendraji rightly pointed out before that, when it comes to Tamil Nadu politics, that kind of figure actually matters. Being a huge star actually matters, and that could be one of the factors that didn't work in the favor of AIADMK. I will say the NDA, the BJP partner in the Tamil Nadu. So, do you see that Vijay will be able to fulfill in the coming next 5 years, will be able to fulfill the expectations of the people in Tamil Nadu? And what exactly you see are the factors for which Vijay got all this support from the people of Tamil Nadu?
So, first of all, this election, there are two factors which is very important. Why Vijay is getting TVK is getting this particular majority. First reason is anti-incumbency of DMK. So there was a very serious women sexual harassment was happening across the states, but media was covering up for DMK as if nothing is happening in Tamil Nadu. Then there was some very serious issues to farmers. Last year there was a heavy rain, pure misgovernment by DMK, which lead to huge loss for farmers. DMK took zero actions for them, and it doesn't give any compensation to the farmers. That's one important reason where DMK could not stand in all the rural areas. So the third important factor is misgovernance. There was a huge rain across Tamil Nadu at various periods in this last 5 years, where DMK failed to have a proper drainage system, to have the water get drained out. People suffered for 10 days after even the rain has been stopped, and many houses, many bridges has been collapsed in this period. So this is very serious anti-incumbency was there against DMK, but DMK has a very good rapport with the media. So these items were not taken serious to the public at the media level. But there was a very serious undercurrent which is happening against DMK, which was very well highlighted by the media. The second important factor why it didn't come to NDA and it went to TVK. So that's a very important factor. If you see the history of Tamil Nadu, we have four chief ministers from cinema industry to the Tamil Nadu. So that is an important thing everyone has to understand, because the first DMK chief minister Annathara himself is back from the cinema, and then Karunanidhi was a very strong writer in the cinema. Then MGR is a very mass hero. At that time, he was a chief minister, and Jayalalitha was also a big heroine actress. She was also from the cinema. So this cinema fantasy in Tamil Nadu has a huge impact. So that's why when there was a huge anti-incumbency for DMK, it didn't transfer the vote into NDA, where it went to the newcomer Vijay. So if you see where the Vijay is having a strong hold, if you see Chennai is one of the capital, which is the DMK's bastion. In these 70 years, DMK had a very strong hold in Chennai, because there are nearly 16 seats are there in Chennai, where DMK would always have double-digit seats in Chennai. Even at the peaks of Jayalalitha period, DMK had secured multiple seats in Chennai alone. But this time, out of 15, only one, that too with Chief Minister's son Udayanidhi Stalin's Kansiyanon is getting lead just by 300 vote margin. Other than that, all the 16 seats has been moved to Vijay. This is a very key factor, where more youngsters, young generation, first-time voters, people less than 30 years are coming and voting to Vijay. The other important factor is women's. They are also voting for Vijay. The traditional people who belongs to DMK or ADMK alone, they have voted for the other parties. The rest, the new generation and the women has voted strongly to the Vijay. So this is a very big impact. So next 5 years, how he is going to become? That's the question you asked me. So the next 5 years, he will become like an, let's say, like Aam Aadmi's Arvind Kejriwal, who was there in Delhi. So he will be having a very similar kind of structure in Tamil Nadu, because he is a new man, and then he doesn't even stand in the hot sun for 1 hour to for this campaign. He was a very pampered kid, and his father was a director, so he's a rich kid. He doesn't come to the ground, see the people, and he stands in an AC room, and he was sitting in a very secure place. So his party is going to be run by the people next to them, where most of the people are fully corrupted. Those people who have been corrupted and moved out of the other parties has joined in this TVK. So you can see a huge sum of corruption in this next 5 years. It will be even more worse than DMK what which they have done in this 5 years. And on this campaign, what TVK did is they have questions many central governments plans, like why do you need airport at in Chennai? They are planning to construct a new airport little outside. So he has came to that particular place, and then he's asking, why do you need a new airport? What is the need of an airport? So there was an for the need, he went to one protest. When there was a big road has been planned, he went to the protest. So any central government scheme like DMK, he will be start protesting, and he will be stop implementing those things in Tamil Nadu. So which is going to have a very setback for Tamil Nadu's economic development, and corruption is going to get peak. And more popularly, all this pop cultures will be getting inside in Tamil Nadu, and then serious conversions we can expect, because Vijay himself getting back from the Christian missionaries. So conversions we can get expected on a high level. These are all the next 5 years we can expect.
Ji. Jaideep ji, you, though I would like to call you are a political analyst. You have been closely, you have lived your whole life in West Bengal, and you have seen the government of left and then TMC, and now you're going to witness this huge change that is taking place in the state.
Yes.
You as someone who comes from the Bhadralok of the so-called famous Bhadralok of Kolkata. So if I come to you, if I ask you that after the left government, the TMC government, what as a commoner push you to finally chose BJP rather than going to TMC again? What were your
Namaskar to everybody. Namaskar to everybody. Now, before I give my analysis of the reason behind this landslide victory of Bharatiya Janata Party in West Bengal, I would like to salute and thank all the ground level workers of BJP in Bengal who have suffered persecution even threat to their lives, but did not abandon the flag of BJP, abandon the ideology of Hindutva. So the whole credit goes to the ground level workers of Bengal BJP. Now, so far my understanding, my reading of this result is concerned, I was anticipating around 160, obviously comfortable majority mark. But I really did not expect this landslide victory, where we are only 2 to 3 seats short of the 2/3 majority. And I will say, beyond all micro factors, the main factor is concentration of Hindus, irrespective of class and sometimes overlapping political preferences. It is a huge consolidation of Hindus. This Bengal election is the mandate of Bengali Hindus.
right? Right.
And secondly, yes, please carry on.
You carry on. You were telling that this is a consolidation of
Yes, there was anti-incumbency factor. There's no doubt about it. But you see, if you see history of Bengal, governance in Bengal and politics in Bengal, Bengalis don't often change governments like Kerala, unlike Kerala, where the change is every 5 years there's a change. In Bengal, Congress ruled from independence to 1977-78. Then 34 years of left rule. Then 15 years of Mamata Banerjee rule. So Bengals are very traditional, are little lazy in changing governments pretty often. So it is certainly there is an anti-incumbency factor, a poor governance factor. But what triggered the Bengali Bhadralok, who were traditionally a little left-leaning for last 10, 15, 20 years, they have come out hugely in support of BJP. They were the silent voters. They came out and voted en masse for BJP out of their apprehension regarding West Bengal turning into another Bangladesh. In some parts of Bengal, there has been a Kashmir-like situation previous to Article 370. And I am telling you the ground reality. To buy any Muslim, police was reluctant to lodge a complaint, register a FIR. That is my experience.
right.
So it is a clear mandate of Bengali Hindus. And
Right.
I can give you one very apt slogan, a tagline. Bangla chose Bharat over DVC.
Absolutely.
Because
Jay.
Mamata Banerjee started a narrative through his paid communists, leftists.
It seems there's some technical problem at the end of Jaideep ji. Professor, I would like to come to you. Namaste, first of all. It's a huge day for West Bengal today, not just for the BJP, but for all those people who have been closely looking at the situation of West Bengal, not through political glasses, but also when it comes to national security. West Bengal had become a very, very major issue when it comes to national security for the country, and everyone was expecting a change so that the issue when it comes to the infiltration can really be handled. Uh, if I may ask you, what is your first reaction to the results that BJP has got from the West Bengal, and B, what you think is the number one factor because of which we saw this kind of change into the state after 15 years, that finally people have
Number one,
I'm, I'm,
if
Jaideep ji,
people who are not from Bengal will miss one point. As you said, madam, after 15 years, I will rather say it is after around 55 years, 53 years, because Mamata Banerjee is nothing but a more crude version of ultra left.
of course, rightly said. Jaideep
So-
ji, I would like to interrupt for a second. This question was for Praful Ketkar, sir. He has also joined. He's our editor of Organiser Weekly. Sir, please go ahead.
Yes.
yeah.
So,
We need to understand. We need to understand what has actually happened in this election. Not just in Bengal, but even in Assam, in Tamil Nadu. People who actually took, opted for appeasement politics and took certain vote percentage for granted. We will start with 20%, we will start with 30%. That Muslim veto has vanished. Nationally, it vanished in 2014 itself. In UP, it vanished in 2017. And now it has, got a major dent in Tamil Nadu and West Bengal and Assam. But more important than that, it was a culmination of factors. Jaideep ji was talking about 55 years. I would go back to even 1937, when Muslim League first time formed the government in then, United Bengal, and giving a dent to the entire ideology of Hindu-Muslim unity that was crafted post 1905, the first partition of Bengal. And since then, what we see in Bengal is basically a systematic introduction of violent politics on the one hand and complete politicization of state machinery. Muslim League did the same pattern, then Congress did. Communists perfected it from 77 onwards, because Buddhadev Bhattacharya on the record said in the assembly that there have been 28,000 killings during the communist government, political killings I'm talking about. And all these parties actually encourage illegal migration. Sonam, please try and understand, for me, Sheikh Hasina's ouster and the Hindus of Bangladesh facing persecution was a final blow to Mamata Banerjee's politics. You should have seen her face that day. You should have seen the way she refused to take any stand for Bangladeshi Hindus. You should have seen the way Congress, TMC, Communist Party, kept mum. On the one hand, when she's talking about Bengali identity, Bengali people, and then she's keeping mum. She opposed CAA, and she's keeping mum over whatever happens to, Bengali Hindus in Bangladesh. And that was, I think, a death knell to TMC's politics. That led to, I think, Hindu resurgence. Originally it was actually Bengal who gave the ideology of Hindutva, whether Hindu Melas or Chandramohan Bose, who wrote, coined the term Hindutva. Then we see Swami Vivekananda, Sri Aurobindo, Rabindranath Tagore, all these people who actually believe that Hindu cultural resurgence is inevitable for real independence. That ideology was somewhere sidelined in the post-independent Bengal. That has a strong footing in last 7-8 years. We are seeing the result of this. So we need to understand Bengal's mandate in a very, very comprehensive way, what has happened ideologically to the state of West Bengal.
Uh, Sir, when it comes to Tamil Nadu, everyone is talking about the anti-incumbency in the state, and that's the reason that DMK didn't get the kind of mandate that probably they were expecting. But why there was a shift for this anti-incumbency? Why there was a shift towards Vijay's party rather than AIDMK or the NDA alliance? Why this anti-incumbency did not work in the favor of NDA alliance? Because Vijay's party, they don't have a lot of experience. They don't obviously don't have experience. What I'm hearing from the analysts, those who have joined us, that because he's a superstar, and that's what worked in the favor. Is that the only factor that worked in the favor of Vijay?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. See, he doesn't have anything to expose. That itself is his biggest strength. See, after the death of Miss J. Jayalalitha and Karunanidhi, the space was vacant for leadership in Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu, after that, has already seen 2 tenures, one by AIDMK-led government, and the way the factionalism happened in AIDMK, and second by Stalin. So the Dravidian politics is no longer in a position to fulfill the aspirations of common citizen of Tamil Nadu. And that's why they were looking for options. At one point, they were looking for BJP also, but organizationally, BJP doesn't have that much of strength. Secondly, the kind of politics that BJP has, unfortunately, that anti-Delhi, anti-Hindi, and anti-BJP politics has taken so deep. The religiously and culturally Hindu Tamil voter does not find direct resonance with. So that kind of enmity, there is a gap because in the name of identity politics, systematically center schemes are kept away, Hindi is kept away. So the communication gap is huge, and somebody had to fill that gap. And I think Vijay has done that successfully. Sonam, here another point. Tamil Nadu politics has always driven by what happens to the Tamil cinema. Whether it is Karunanidhi, whether it is Jayalalitha or MGR, or all these people have always played a very, very important role when it comes to the cinema industry in Tamil Nadu. What has happened to that cinema industry is, in last few years, earlier T.R. Balu and all these people from Karunanidhi's family used to manage the channels and the funding to cinema. Now, virtually in last few years, Stalin and his coterie has taken over that entire industry, and that was the resentment in that industry. This is also a split in Tamil cinema industry, which has resulted into this. Many people do not understand this dimension when it comes to Tamil Nadu politics, but many people who have been investing in Tamil cinema from Singapore, who are considered as non-residential Tamilians, but they have a huge stakes in Tamil Nadu politics, Tamil Nadu's economics. They were the people who realized. Thirdly, all the top ministers of Stalin's ministry, who are trailing or losing, they were facing the corruption charges of industrial scale. And many people speak about, earlier Bihar politics or even earlier UP politics. But when it comes to the muscle power and the money power in Tamil Nadu politics, many people, do not talk about it. Just if you take in terms of the seizure of cash by election commission, it is double the amount of that was seized in West Bengal. That shows the kind of more than 1,000 crores have been seized in cash in Tamil Nadu. So that kind of election is fought. in Tamil Nadu. So all these factors contributed to the resentment. Tamil Nadu is seen as a developed state, one of the developed states, but it failed. Stalin government has failed in fulfilling the aspirations. So the corruption, the anti-Hindu stand, anti-temple stand, anti-Sanatan stand. Second factor. The third, people were looking for options, and in the form of Vijay, they got that option. So all these three things came together, and Vijay, I think, lacked that opportunity. But one thing is for sure, by and large, AIDMK has retained its space, while DMK has lost large, almost from 37% vote share, it has come down to 24%. It clearly shows that, the DMK has lost a major vote share to DMK. So to Vijay's TVK. What will happen to Congress DMK alliance? That will be the very interesting factor here. Or what will happen to the Congress or all over India alliance after this dent in Assam? Because in Assam, Congress tried to bring many smaller parties together. In Tamil Nadu, they were fighting with DMK. What will happen with with this result, TMC and Congress relations? All these things will be very, very interesting, and especially after Kerala verdict. Another important factor, Sonam, because I want to bring this discussion to Congress. Congress has won wherever they are able to consolidate Muslim votes behind them. It happened in Karnataka. Out of 24 seats, 25 seats they are winning in Assam. Out of that, 16 seats are from Muslim majority areas. In Kerala, again, the entire Mallapur region, supported by Muslim League, Congress has swept. So Congress is virtually, as Prime Minister has been talking about, has become a new Muslim League. And that's why Congress has this dilemma of now how to consolidate Muslim vote from the regional parties, and at the same time opt for the larger appeal to the common Hindu voters. And in the process, I think they will help BJP to consolidate its vote base in various states.
Sir, I have a question for you on Kerala. So, with the UDF registering a decisive lead in Kerala, driven by the anti-incumbency, consolidation of Muslim community votes, and the strong performance of the Muslim League, how do you assess the League's position within the UDF alliance? Do you see it pushing for a deputy chief minister post?
That has been talked, Lakshmiji, in Kerala, that Muslim League will demand for, because they have got leads in 20 seats and 2 seats they have already won. But if you know, and you know Kerala politics very well, since 1977, Kerala has never voted for the same government twice. Pinarayi Vijayan had broken that tradition by consecutively winning 2 elections. Remember, before that, there was a delimitation that had happened, and earlier it was supposed to be favorable for Congress, but Communist Party consolidated its position. And because of Pinarayi Vijayan's leadership and the way he virtually, because Communist Party Marxist virtually became the Kerala Communist Party. Both Baby George and Pinarayi Vijayan became the sole leaders of the Communist Party Marxist at all India level. So they were seen more as faces of national stature for the communist cadre in Kerala. But if you see whether the Sabrimala issue, the gold, this entire smuggling issue, the way businesses and the industry has shut down during the communist government, they keep talking about number one in this, number one in that, but when it comes to the actual delivery in terms of governance, LDF has failed miserably, and people were looking for some option. they got it. UDF had a chance last time only. Congress failed because of internal factionalism and tactical voting to defeat BJP. But this time, thanks to the consolidation of Muslim vote, IUML is leading in 22, while Congress is in 64. So there is a complete shift of the so-called minority votes in favor of UDF. And because of that, we clearly see this changing trend. What is interesting here is Congress is still around 28-29%. CPM is 21-22% of vote share. BJP is on its own is around 12% of vote share. I'm talking about the individual parties and not the alliances. That clearly shows that, as generally we see from sitting in Delhi, Kerala politics is not as simple as LDF UDF thing. The vote percentages, these three parties, main parties taking together has just a vote share of somewhere around 60 to 65%. It means 45% vote is still outside major three parties, that is CPM, Congress, and BJP. And those allies actually decide who is in a better position to shift their vote in favor of their partner. And there, I think Kerala Congress and Muslim League both have played a critical role in shifting their core vote towards Congress, where Congress is contesting, and then ensuring that the Congress votes get consolidated in their favor where they are contesting. So it is the chemistry that has worked for UDF, and in LDF, I think whether CPI or other smaller parties of left front, they felt let down by the CPM and their dominant politics of violence, because when CPM is in a violent politics mode, they just don't kill or use violent tactics against BJP or Congress. They do that even for their smaller partners, and that has been there for CPI, even in many party villages. So I think all these things got consolidated. Pinarayi Vijayan's credibility was all-time low in his entire tenure. Earlier, he was seen as a national level leader, very tough person. In last few years, he has lost that credibility also. So all these things came together, and we are seeing the picture where CPM, the Marxist Party, has reduced to almost 26 seats. So the Muslim League and CPM has come almost in terms of seat conversion, almost at the same level in Kerala as of now.
Well, Prafulaji, I have one question. There was in Andhra Pradesh, in United Andhra Pradesh, when YSR came into power, there was a huge change, the demographic change and religious conversions, which which has changed the entire AP politics. And today we have a TVK Joseph who has a strong church backup, and even there is one other interesting fact is the bishops met Stalin in public, but it seems that the people went for the TVK Joseph. Now there are some kind of a Christian-backed protest against the central government in Thoothukudi and Kalpaka projects also. So how he is going to handle, and will there be any kind of a change in that huge conversions and demographic threat from that part?
No, I think I don't think we should see Vijay Joseph immediately from that lens. We still have to understand his politics. He has definitely taken anti-DMK stand for sure. He ran his campaign entirely on ousting DMK from power. So I would not immediately go for And in Tamil Nadu, there has been, the church has been forced in various elections, like in many northeastern states. For that matter, even in Kerala. But I think Vijay, if he's a smart politician, and if he learns his lessons well, then perhaps he will not, blatantly go anti-Sanatan as DMK did, and he will have to find out some way where the it will be really challenging, if whatever maybe the combination comes out, because it will be a fractured mandate as of now, what I can see. So there will not be a clear-cut majority for TVK. So whom does he ally with? That will be the first question. How far BJP is in a position to decide the government formation after this kind of fractured mandate, and this miraculous rise of TVK led by Vijay Joseph. And thirdly, what kind of policy? Because ideologically we still don't know what he stands for. How far, when it comes to the economy, when it comes to the polity, when it comes to overall governance and program, what kind of politics he stands for, we are still not clear. But what is clear, that he doesn't want to continue with DMK kind of politics. What kind of options? Because most of his party leaders are first-time MLAs. They do not have experience of handling, and DMK still has a, both DMK and AIDMK has a very, very strong cadre base in their own bastions. So how far he is able to deliver on the ground of the aspirations that he has created among Tamil people, because they're fed up with corruption. Just talking against Delhi, just talking against Hindi is not going to fulfill their aspirations now. Mere Tamil pride is not going to serve the purpose now. They want delivery on the ground. The kind of, as I mentioned, money power and muscle power that is being used in Kerala, in Tamil Nadu politics is unprecedented, and many people unfortunately do not discuss about it. But all these things have been exposed now as far as the DMK is concerned. So instead of just seeing Vijay as the somewhere in aligned with the church and promoting this pseudo identities in Tamil Nadu, I would like to see more in terms of what does he do and propose in terms of his model of governance.
So just one more on Kerala. You stated that the vote shares of the Muslim League and the CPM have become almost equal in Kerala now. So that tells that the CPM is
Not vote share, the seats. The seats.
Seats. So that tells that CPM is now not less than an Islamic radical party. So with the fall of this red voters in Kerala, what does this mean for the future of the Communist Party of India? Can it reinvent itself, or is it headed towards
I
a diminished
find it very, very difficult because Congress has virtually replaced them. Congress is trying to replace both Muslim League and Communist Party. And Congress ideologically has become more left and more radical. Therefore, I believe that Communist Party will find it very, very difficult to revive itself. I think this is a major scope for BJP in future of Kerala politics. Virtually, BJP will become the main opposition, and eventually, we need to understand that in Kerala, Communist Party has been the Hindu party, while Congress has been the main minority party. The Christian Muslim votes that Congress has, UDF used to get consolidated. Now, because of the loss of CPM, mainly CPM, BJP will, what we have seen in Bengal, the decline of Communist Party led to the rise of BJP. The similar kind of pattern will emerge in Kerala also, if BJP even manages to win couple of seats and 12 to 15% of vote share, it will give us sufficient oxygen for BJP to claim as the the credible option in this, because UDF and LDF has been seen, as BJP has been talking about, as the very artificial kind of fight in terms of politics, in terms of policies. They are on the same page. What kind of factionalism that takes place? The earlier question that you asked about, what kind of pressures that have to face from Muslim League, especially for the post like deputy chief ministership, all these things will come into question. And after that, then the major, what kind of stand that Congress takes on the sensitive issue of Sabrimala, all these things will come into discussion now, and BJP will be much more aggressive. Rajiv Chandrasekhar is already leading. There are chances in a couple of more seats where BJP can make a major comeback. The margin is very low. So in this backdrop, I believe that the so-called traditional left parties are going to lose the space. That space is already occupied by the various NGOs and smaller agitational parties. Aam Aadmi Party had captured that some of the space. When people like Yogendra Yadav and all these people who are fighting party-less politics and more some kind of alternative politics, staying away from direct elections and still trying to influence the elections with foreign funding, and Rahul Gandhi going outside again and again, and then taking a clue from there, making issues about the credibility of institutions in India, about the more the left kind of politics, and at the same time aligning with the Muslim League. All these things taken together, I feel the future of mainstream communist parties is very bleak. While the ultra left or the urban Maoist version supported by Congress will find a new version, the new face in coming days, and we will have to be careful about that.
Sir, talking about the future of political parties, Divya sir, I have a small question for you. After every election, we see Congress, sweeping off from some state, and this time it seems it's going to be Assam. So, do you see that Congress can actually bounce back in the coming years, or this is all for Congress in another state? Since even if after so much of hue and cry, the CM candidate Gaurav Gogoi has already lost. So is this all for Congress in Assam as well?
Yeah, generally, if we see the history, wherever Congress has lost 3 consecutive elections, Congress could not revive. We have seen that in Bihar, we have seen that in UP, we have seen that in Bengal, we have seen that in Tamil Nadu. Wherever Congress has lost 3 consecutive times, they find it really difficult to make a comeback. Now here, what has happened? You see the margin. Congress has got somewhere around 28% of vote share, while BJP is around 40%. 12%, in a straight fight, 12% of vote share margin is huge in any election. That shows the kind of consolidation. The first victory of BJP in Assam was in 2016 was seen as the second battle of Saraighat, and what we see now, that BJP has successfully consolidated its Hindu votes, and Himanta Biswa Sarma, the way he is unapologetic about his Hindu identity, the way he talks about the Mia politics, the way he has taken a tough stand on illegal occupation of forest, land, the Ahumya identity. On the one hand, he is ready to give space for the local Assami Muslims, but he is not ready to, give any space for the illegal migrants. All these things have resonated. And along with that, when it comes to the development politics, in the entire Northeast, what we find, Northeast was systematically kept away from the other parts of Bharat. And here we see the culturally, connectivity wise, and even the commerce wise, there has been more, resonating with all over India's aspirations and development. So we see, a union minister going there, and every month almost the donor minister is doing some meeting related to northeastern related development. The way shipping industry, the way bridges, the way roads that have found, an increased connectivity in entire northeastern region. Assam is a direct beneficiary of it, being one of the biggest states in the entire northeast area. And Himanta Biswa Sarma, coming from Congress and providing that kind of leadership, unapologetic Hindu, that has definitely helped. But ultimately, this consolidation of 40-45% vote. So barring few spaces, another important thing, Sonam, we need to take into account. Assam is the only state where delimitation has taken place.
Right.
So what we see, AIUDF last time consolidated itself in the Muslim majority areas, especially the bordering districts. This time he has come down, his party has come down, Badruddin party has come down to 2 seats. On the other hand, whatever Congress has gained little, it's in the Muslim majority areas. So Congress has relegated itself while talking about, on all the issues of, opposing CAA, standing for illegal migrants, not taking any stand on Bangladesh violence, taking all these issues which are seen as a national security threat. Congress has in fact, lost more space to BJP. So they did not lose Himanta Biswa Sarma as a leader who can connect with the masses. They also lost the space. They lost the entire credibility as a and Gaurav Gogoi and Pawan Khera. I think they did biggest blunder. On the one hand, when Gaurav Gogoi was facing allegations of his wife's links with Pakistani organization, instead of coming clear on that, they chose, Pawan Khera chose to come out allegedly the forged document about Himanta Biswa Sarma's wife, and created documents allegedly for that. That I think was the biggest blunder. In fact, it instead of helping Congress, it has consolidated sentiments in favor of BJP.
Thank you so much, Praful sir, and everyone else who joined us today in this discussion. Sanjay ji, thank you for joining us today. Also, Lakshmi ji from the studio. We had Surendra ji, Dibya ji. We will continue this discussion at 5 o'clock again, when we will have some sorts of a clearer result with our in our hands. So please join us again at 5 o'clock, and we will discuss more about these elections. These election results have been something that nobody has anticipated, whether it is Tamil Nadu or West Bengal. Except for Assam, I think most of the exit polls also took them completely wrong. So we'll be back in another hour, and we will talk about the election results again. Thank you so much for joining us. Namaste.